Yo, what is up, everybody? Pretty big day in the Tarkov world. New patch came out, and with it came a brand new anti-cheat. Specifically aimed, well, not anti-cheat. Listen, anti-RMT. It was an anti-RMT patch. There was a lot of other things in the patch notes, but everything and what everyone is talking about is anti-RMT. I wanted to take a moment here and give kind of a macro perspective, because a lot of people are putting in their 2 cents on this. Pest Veritas, they think it's going to hurt the average player base. I think a general consensus across most big streamers, I've heard Axel TV's opinion, is that this hurts the community. A lot of people are saying cheaters are going to go rampant now. You can't drop Labs keycards. Labs mains and other streamers are impacted by this or upset by this. But the general consensus, cheating is going to run wild, right? Cheating will run wild, and paid chirping is going to become the new disease. Now, it will increase. How much? We don't know. But like, again, you guys need to, I want everyone to take a moment and think about the macro here. Okay. The macro. And what happens is this basic thing in the world called supply and demand, right? What the demand for RMT. This is the first, I would say, first patch and the first real attempt of curbing demand. Everything that they've done, limiting you can only carry 3 of one item on you, has all been aimed at supply, right? The cheaters, what the cheaters can do, what the RMT hackers can do, and the people that are profiting off of RMT. Those changes have never impacted the demand side. They've never impacted demand side. Sure, it might have made it a little inconvenient that they can't get more than 3 keycards at one time, but they still could get 3 keycards, right? It's just a little more of a process. So now you cannot drop items from a list that they've made. You can't get it from people. So what does that mean? So if you want those items, one, many of those items are banned, like keycards on the flea market. So if you wanted more keycards, you don't get more keycards. Other items, certain ammos, guns, etc., generally are like there are things that you just cannot buy. If you cannot be dropped them, you cannot buy them. You have to play the game. If you wanted to play the game a certain way, you cannot. That attacks the demand side, right? The other thing is now paid Sherpas. Everyone's saying, oh my God, paid Sherpas everywhere. Well, we will see an increase probably. I can't imagine saying without any confidence that we wouldn't see paid more an increase. But here's the deal. If you are a hacker in Russia or Asia, you cannot connect with a lot of the world, right? You cannot play with the whole world. So I don't know where the demand is, but there are certain hackers that are not going to be able to paid Sherpa you, right? And so the argument came in, well, there was RMT. You had to connect with RMT with him anyways. Well, you only had to put items in you want a red key card. Oh yeah, it's in my pocket. I lagged out. You kill me. You get the red key card. You can't do that anymore. So now you want a red key card. You have to get a paid Sherpa. What if they can't actually play the match with you? Okay. You know, let's say you are a working professional in North America. There is no paid Sherpa in North America, or the VPNs don't work very well. And again, certain people, there are going to be workarounds and everything, but these are now loopholes, right? And it attacks the demand side, because you now have to go through all these steps. If you wanted to do a trade, one found in raid hard drive for a red key card, you now have to have the Rupal count to offset it. right? And I'm sure there will be more toggling with that and whatnot. But you now, if you want to be on the demand side and you don't want paid Sherpa, you just want items, you will need to have found in raid items and the Rupal count to offset that. See, this change attacks the demand side. And that's what I like. It's not the supply side attacking, right? And I think the biggest changes have always been on supply side attacks, right? Now, if we're attacking demand side, demand goes down because they don't want to, one, do the scav runs or play the game to get enough Rupals and the found rate items to trade for the stuff that they normally would just buy, right? Day one of wipe. They're just like, here, $100 on the credit card. I don't know how much it costs, by the way, but like, here's money on my credit card. All right, cool. I'm going to just go play this wipe and have a good time. You don't do that, and you can't do that. That doesn't exist. The market for that does not exist because BSG just killed that market. Okay? It's done. It's dead. GG. GG easy, no RE. Done. So what this did is it attacked not just the supply side, the cheater side. And again, cheaters are going to have to go through a lot more loops, right? Also, if you wanted that red key card for a hard drive through the flea market, it's a lot. It's linear tracking. It's very linear tracking to see that, to see what happened there, what's going on, right? Very, very easy, very linear to track. They can put more resources into tracking. And we don't know what resources BSG has. I'm guessing quite a bit. What's on the flea? Shutting it down faster because it's super easy to see, right? What's happening. So now your only option is to pay Sherpa. You have to have a good connection. You actually have to be able to play the raid. You also need RNG. Anyone that plays Tarkov, if they want good loot, they're going to have to do it. Or you're going to have to do a paid Sherpa to do quests. How many quests are there? How many quests can you even line up on one map? 5 quests maybe? And that's assuming that, you know, you also might need a PMC kill quest. You also might need most cheaters don't just damage them to almost death and then you swoop in and get a kill. Usually it doesn't go like that. Scav kills. They can drop you gear. You're still going to have to do the work, right? The thing is, there's a lot more involved now on the demand side. The person paying the dollar. The person throwing down the credit card has a lot more hoops to go through. And that's my point is, if you're now saying that you run into 1 in 10 raids a cheater on customs, and now it's going to be 3 in 10, well, what you're assuming is the demand side stayed stable. I really think, and especially right now it's a little bit different because we're deep in the wipe. We're deep in a wipe. But if this was the beginning of wipe, and these rules were in place, I am telling you right now, that is far less appealing because look at how many raids you're going to have to go through. Look at all the hoops you're going to have to go through. Anyone that has organically gone to even get max traders, there is a lot of steps. I will say, I don't think you want to go through all of those steps if you are just wanting to throw down your credit card, have the stuff you want, and to play the game. And I genuinely think, with my whole chest out, the demand shrinks. And if the demand shrinks, the need for supply shrinks. So the need for cheaters shrinks. And it won't be gone forever, and it won't be gone permanently, but if you needed, let's say if there were 50 people out there that needed that were on the demand side, that threw down their credit card, and they're equal to 10 cheaters, I genuinely, and I don't know what the number will be, but I genuinely think that demand shrinks. So then the need for 10 cheaters shrunk down to 5, to 3, to whatever. And that's why I don't think you're going to see 3 cheaters out of 10 raids. I think it will start to go down a lot. because you're attacking the demand side. You're making their life very difficult. They have to play the game. They have to learn how to make money. They have to put far more effort into it, which is why RMT exists, was because Tarkov is a game where you have to put effort into it. And I will tell you, as they put effort into it, one of two things is going to happen. They fucking love the game. And then, why RMT? Or they actually don't like the game and it's not worth the effort, and they go play Warzone, or they go play Minecraft, whatever it is. They attack the demand. And we've been saying do something about the cheaters. Everyone wants to do something about the cheaters. Well, they did. And they attacked not the cheater this time. They didn't limit what the cheater could do. What they did was make the demand side far more difficult than just throwing down a credit card. And I think you're going to see the biggest change from that. We'll see, though. Leave me your thoughts. You can roast me. Fucking tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care. In the comments, like, subscribe, all that shit. This is Wolf6, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day or evening or wherever it is you are in the world. I hope it's a good one.